Hello, this is Boris Landwalker, and tonight we have another exciting evening of Star Trek Online. As you will have noticed by looking at the screen there, I've done a little bit of modifications to the Starfleet / Romulan uniforms that I had monkeyed a little bit with last week. I was really unsatisfied with the results I'd had at the time, so I took the opportunity while I was off stream to put something together that I felt looked better. And I think that I did an okay job. Heaven knows, I can at least look at it and not think, oh god, I want to claw my eyes out. You may have also noticed that I've prettied up the overlays a bit. I've been doing some experimentation over the last week, and I'll probably continue doing so. The countdown thing, for example, is new, but it feels like it needs a little bit of work. I'll get to it. It'll happen at some point. Really. In any event, let's log in and see where things are at. When we last left Tel-El, our Romulan Republic representative working with the Federation, she recently recovered one of the Bajoran orbs of the prophets. In doing so, she also managed to bump into the Cardassian True Way. I'm gonna stall on that. Here we go. The True Way, and also bumped into the new incursion, perhaps, in the Badlands from the Mirror Universe, led by, apparently, Captain Lita.
You have recovered the Orb of Possibilities.
Not
How can
yet.
I help you?
Please, why don't you people not just leave me alone until I'm ready? Sheesh. The bureaucracy just wants to keep getting at me. So, you will have also noticed that somewhere along the line while I was fiddling with things, I kind of completed some diplomacy missions, well, duty officer missions, which included diplomacy missions. And accidentally got a level. So we're going to take care of all that sort of stuff first. For the duty officers, R&D continues apace, and I am now an adept engineer because I got 10, count them, 10 levels of engineering. Now that kind of thing doesn't mean a whole lot. I know, it felt like I was reading something like that, didn't it? At some point, you're able to manufacture some really clever stuff, but I think you have to be level 15. Still, I am doing nothing better with my engineering stuff right now, so maybe it'll help with my quest to get better singularity cores as I go along. Duty officer assignments. We have a number of successes, including a couple of 3 blue quality builds here. Some of the things they can do is doing experimental upgrades, and that'll come out with a console or reflector or pistol or whatever's for rifles, engines. Yes, there is one for singularity cores in here somewhere, but I didn't have that available. But they're all blue, which means they're all worth looking at. And they tend to be around your level. Investigate defects kind of hurts because that would have gotten me another duty officer assignment. Oh, duty officer to assign. Oh, I'm just stumbling over the language today, aren't I?
Congratulations, Admiral.
And I've given myself another level. Okay, so I'm going to be busy. Sadly, the bridge officer I got is only going to be a green quality officer, so the odds are high that... Oh, that's not the officer. The officer's here. Oh, it was purple. I'm clearly reading something wrong, so we'll get to that momentarily. First, however, I got a recruitment commendation rank, which is great. That means I can go to the duty officer store and see if there's anything worth grabbing. What I'd really like to get is one of the warp kind of... No such luck there. And there's nothing really fancy about most of the abilities. Oh, recharge time for engineering team. That feels like something I can make use of. Now the problem was I could have sworn that I saw something in there about... And now I'm confused. It's like I'm getting... Yeah, that does seem to be a thing. When I was doing the arc with the Romulans, Remans, and all that, I was running into a lot of repetition, and I think that's what's happening here too. That for some reason I'm triggering Starfleet and triggering the Republic, which is a bug. Now, I'd sworn that I saw when I was doing that a couple of missions that said reinforcements that were available, which kind of hints to me that I should have been getting perhaps more duty officers at some point. But I don't see anything. Rather upsetting. In any case, this is a purple quality person, so we're going to move into the candidate roster, and at some point I may very well start doing some replacements. In fact, that was a duty op. That was a tactical guy, wasn't it? Because if it was human tactical candidate, and he's purple quality, which means it is possible that in the near future I might give Tobin Kev the heave-ho. Hey, I'm sorry, but you know, the guy was complaining about his sister all the time. But I'm not going to do that now because I just don't want to have to deal with the headaches of skilling and all that stuff. And I'm in the middle of an arc now anyway. It'll happen when it happens. We're not there yet. Now that I've got that out of the way, now I'll do the new officer here. Now, all purple quality. I would be tempted to go with a tactical officer here, except I just got the human purple tactical officer. So, no Shayla, Marcel, the Vex is blue. So that at least gives me an excuse not to... It looks like Shayla may be getting the heave-ho here. Engineering. So we're going to go with engineering. We're going to have her join the crew, but we're not going to put her online yet. And the reason for that, I don't want to have to go through the nightmare of doing the uniforms again. It was rough enough the first time, and I'm in no hurry. Last but not least, it's skills. And I have, thanks to the duty officer stuff, I have 2 space points and a ground point to play with. We'll do the ground one first because that's easy. I'll grab the kit efficiency. It has a faster recharge. I like faster recharge. The training selection, I can either go combat... I'm going to go with combat supply. And that could be an interesting deal here. I can't do that this time around because, well, I've got all my R&D people doing work, and I don't have any spare slots now. But it might be just time to do a training manual kind of thing and do something about that. Right, space skills. Now, I'm thinking at this point we want to go with a little more engineering stuff here, get the warp core efficiency going. That gives me another ability here, which means I can increase my auxiliary subsystem or my weapon subsystem. Well, since I'm not flying science ships, there is only one choice for me. More bang for the buck. And plus I'll get my 2 subsystem power here for my second space skill. Now at this point I'm at level 46. And what this means, I've got exactly 4 more points. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4 more points to apply in these other skills, 2 of which are likely to go into the readiness areas. But after that, sky's the limit. We'll see you when the time comes. Alright. All of the administrivia is handled, so it's time to begin the next mission in the Cardassian arc. Or more accurately, as they're calling it here, the Cardassian struggle.
You have recovered the Orb of Possibilities from Gul Kardec. No doubt, you are being pursued by True Way forces. You must return the orb to the temple in Hathor. I have notified Vedic Kryn. She is waiting for you in the temple.
Okay, now, Hathon is actually a pretty big deal on Bajor at the moment. Sadly, however, we'll never know the details of all the stuff going on, because they pulled that episode arc out of the primary story chain and made it impossible to begin until you're max level, or close enough to it, which was stupid. Now, it's perfectly possible that I'm completely wrong on this. If I am, we'll find out as we go along. But I would figure that if I was going to do that arc, logically speaking, it would come between the Cardassian struggle and the Borg advance. But I'm betting nothing happens. Standard rewards, experience points, expertise, dilithium ore, and one of the following, which looks like it's going to be heavy on the armor. But we also have the potential for a shield. Looking at the character, either one of them is likely to be a good choice. This will actually require some thought.
How can I help you?
So, the first step is to go to the Bajor system. Now, seeing as that we're here at DS9, that means I am practically right next to Bajor. There we go. In fact, it's just on the other side of the sun. We have arrived in the Bajor system, and oh, they've got to be kidding me. Cardassian ships have come here? Here? Man, that takes some gall.
Adjutant General to Gul Kardec. You are carrying stolen property belonging to the True Way. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
You know, for once the response in the game is pretty much my response. Are you nuts? Are you really that dumb? Okay, yeah, sure, he's got out communications, he's firing weapons. Yeah, let's let Deep Space Nine know that we're gonna cause some debris to rain on the Bajors.
Sarah's here.
We're being ambushed.
In the orbit of Bajor? But how could they? Nerve of the... Sorry, I'm okay. I will borrow the Defiant and be there momentarily.
We'll hold out. I really don't think it's going to be an issue with these guys.
Target's shields have failed.
This is the kind of fight that should be a slaughter. Here we have a bunch of frigates here, and here I'm in state-of-the-art warbird. This is going to be a very, very short fight. Oh no, they're trying to get behind me. I guess I won't be able to shoot them with torpedoes anymore. Well, that one blew up, so I guess I can't shoot now with torpedoes. I just love doing that. You're late, Commander. The fun's over.
Good. You're still in one piece. Let's teach these Cardis a lesson.
Let's not get carried away. Let's not ask for more trouble. But I see more troubles arriving anyway. Oh, well, that's interesting. Krieger. That is not a standard class name. There must be something special about that guy. So in the interest of special, let's go after him under cloak. I'm going to activate a couple toys here. And here we go. Oh, my shields are gone. Oh, that almost got embarrassing fast. I apologize. It is getting embarrassing fast. Clearly these guys are a little tougher than the frigates they were throwing at me earlier. Where's my miracle worker? There we go. As an engineer, I've got the miracle worker trait, well, ability. And that gives me all sorts of possible answers to engineering problems like, you know, shields and hull going in. So many choices. Let's give a hand to the Defiant here. Our shields are gone, that ain't good. Let's do another miracle worker. Things are getting a little bit hectic around here, aren't they? I'm going to freely admit that I have not expected quite this much of a fight on these guys. But luckily, we're about to get one of those problems out of the way. Alright, I didn't look over my new toys. I can't really deal with that now. Doing that kind of thing in the middle of a combat situation is not great. Particularly in light of the fact that, well, you know, I can't actually equip any of it. Okay, Krieger. Let's see how you deal with the singularity of putting the drag on you. You know, in the end, I was sure he was going to surrender.
I will remain in orbit while you return the orb, just in case.
Thank you. Yes, beam me down. Now, while I'm beaming down to Bajor, I am beaming down alone. No bridge officers here. I'm pretty sure there's no bridge officers. There we go. Vedic Kryn is waiting for me at the temple. Now, all things considered, this is a pretty nice map. As you can see, not all is well here. Klingons are here being cranky. But on the bright side, they haven't drawn weapons and all that, so, it can't all be bad. They're involved with that other episode arc that I mentioned that has been really hosed by the current situation as far as the way they put these arcs together. And let's see, we have a temple priest here. Maybe she can tell me where Vedic Kryn might be.
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom of the prophets?
No, I've got enough problems, thank you. Where's Vedic Kryn?
Kryn is in the temple office, just to the east of here.
Thank heavens I have an intuitive sense of what direction east is, thanks to my mini-map. Undoubtedly, it's surgically implanted. That's Ranjan Ravel, and he, again, is related to that other story arc I mentioned. Vedic Kryn, however, is over here.
How may I help you?
I have this orb thing. Mind if I return it?
Wonderful. The prophets have smiled upon us this day. What was lost has been returned to us. You have done a great service for the Bajoran people today, and we are most grateful.
Yeah, honor and privilege, right.
Please, place the orb upon the altar.
If you insist. I mean, I was just kind of hoping to hand it off, but, whatever. I returned the Orb of Possibilities, and... what?
The service rendered is not the service desired. What does not belong cannot be returned.
What?
What has been returned does not belong. We must travel backward.
When we gaze in the mirror, we see our faces as others do.
Hey, is that
but reversed.
Cyrano?
Your task abides. You have recovered an orb. Now you must return it.
But...
As you must return.
Yeah, I may not have mentioned that detail about the orbs. They also have been known to give people visions in rare instances. And that was one of them, apparently. Okay, let's talk to the Vedic, who probably knows more about this stuff than I do. And I'm not particularly thrilled with where that's leading.
I would be honored to know what the prophets shared with you, if you are willing. Sometimes their visions can be very confusing, and I have some experience interpreting them.
Yeah, they said this is the wrong orb. Does anyone else have an orb that we can give back?
Elsewhere? But it is an orb of the prophets. Where else could it belong? Unless... Are you familiar with the so-called mirror universe?
And it all
I
suddenly
know
makes
very
sense.
little about it myself, but there is a book on that table over there by a Vedic Eth describing his experiences. Perhaps it can guide you.
Okay. I have a feeling that I'm not going to enjoy reading this. I've been fascinated by the existence of the so-called mirror universe ever since our recent contact with it. I have interviewed the emissary, Colonel Kira, and others about their experiences with the mirror universe. For folks who are not in the know, the Bajorans considered Captain Benjamin Sisko the emissary, since he was the one who, more or less, quote-unquote, found the celestial temple of the prophets, otherwise known to us more scientific types as the Bajoran wormhole. moving on. Many questions remain. It seems the mirror universe has prophets, but are they the same prophets? There is no mention of a celestial temple, and certainly the mirror Benjamin Sisko is no emissary. Oh, there we go. I didn't even have to explain that. I shall petition the Vedic Assembly for permission to enter the mirror universe. Oh, I'm sure that went well. The Vedic Assembly has denied my request. Big shock. Besides the debates about doctrine and theology, the deciding factor was political. The Federation has quarantined any access to the universe, and Bajor is seeking membership. Okay, that's logical. I've continued my research by interviews, but my questions remained unanswered. I fear I have no choice but to renounce my seat in the Assembly and pursue entrance into the mirror universe on my own. Oh, that doesn't strike me as being smart. I don't have the technological prowess to create one of these multidimensional places myself, but I have an engineer friend that owes me a favor. A pretty dumb friend, apparently. I am lucky to be alive. I managed to cross over to the mirror universe, but Terok Nor, as they call Deep Space Nine, has been taken over by the Terran Rebellion. They are using it as a base of power, attempting to reassert their control over the Bajor sector. Bajorans are not trusted, and are used mostly for mining and ore processing. A cruel irony given Bajor's history in both universes. But I was able to join with the Bajoran workers and get some of my questions answered. The Bajorans of the mirror universe are much like us, and it sounds as if their prophets are also most similar. They even have orbs such as we have here. However, to them, the Celestial Temple is myth or metaphor, not a physical place such as ours. I do not know if this is because it simply hasn't been discovered, or if the prophets of that universe have sealed themselves away for some reason. The only way to find out is to either cross over with a spaceship, or somehow procure one there. I received a curious message from somebody in the mirror universe offering me assistance. Note, shortly after making this entry, the Vedic East disappeared and was never heard from again.
Sarah's here.
Yeah, guess what? I think it's from the mirror universe. We went to the wrong temple.
Acknowledged. Be careful. The mirror universe is known to be more treacherous than our universe, and you will be cut off from any support here.
I'm not worried. Treachery? Hey, I deal with Romulans. Hey guys, don't take it seriously. Beam me up and set course for the Badlands. Let's just take the quick cutscene, shall we? At least I'm pretty sure it'll be a quick cutscene. Yeah. Why work hard when you don't have to?
Sarah's here. What is your status?
Tend to the anomaly.
Acknowledged. Keep comm lines open as long as possible. We have limited intelligence on the mirror universe, but from what we know, it appears the Terran Rebellion spread from Terok Nor, eventually forming a new empire. The Terran Empire has reoccupied Bajor. I believe this Captain Lita is the administrator of the Bajor sector.
Yeah, she looked Bajoran. Folks familiar with Deep Space Nine will know Lita's counterpart in the main universe was a Dabo girl at Quark's place until she married up, marrying a Ferengi named Rom, who eventually became the Grand Nagus of the Ferengi, the ruler of their government. But she wasn't gold digging. It actually was true love. The Grand Nagus thing came later and was rather unexpected. I imagine that the former Nagus, Grand Nagus Zek, is probably dead by now. It's been like 30-ish years, and he was pretty old to begin with at the end of DS9. Okay, I'm obviously taking my sweet old time here, so let's accelerate a bit. If I'd been smart...
I am Gul Haneria the Torn, Chief Tactical Advisor to Gul Kardec of the True Way. You are not welcome here. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
That is so not happening. Yeah, they're a little further away than I thought.
Gul Kardec must have used the orb from the mirror universe to somehow create the anomaly leading back to the then formed an alliance with the Terran Stay on guard.
Yes, I think it's a safe bet they were expecting me, but thank you, Commander. Better late information than no information. Oh, nice. You did a nice job on my subsystems. Those are my fields for a second. Now, ordinarily, I'd say I'm not too impressed with them, but they've got a history of yanking on heavier reinforcements, so I'm not going to taunt fate. I know what's coming. Sometimes you only need a standard plasma torpedo instead of a high yield one. That said, there is absolutely nothing wrong with high yields. Pop goes Cardassian. Yes, I realize that was kind of callous, but, you know, they shot first. We can activate the portal by bombarding it with tachyon radiation. Ooh, gotta love that science stuff. Make the modifications. And get ready to do the thing. I'm really going to have to consider what I take for my next vessel after this. Because this thing moves like a slug. Bombard with tachyon radiation. Alright, it's big enough. Let's have a step on the wild side. Let's, as they say, go through the looking glass. Yes, that would be the reason why we have Jabberwocky in this episode.
I am Captain Lita of the Terran Empire.
Oh, we meet at last.
What a
Love your dresses.
to have visitors from your universe. When Gul Kardec said you might be wrong, I didn't really believe him. But I couldn't afford to take the chance. Surrender. I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
You know, I've gotten a lot of that lately, and I'm going to give you pretty much the same response. Nah.
What a pity. We could have had so much fun together. And now, I have to destroy you.
Okay, well that certainly answers some interesting questions that I'm not going to go into detail on a relatively family-friendly stream. Instead, we're going to do the usual thing and make life miserable for people who are shooting at me. I still love using those quad cannons. That's another reason I want to have a faster, more maneuverable ship, so I can use that kind of thing more often. Oh, I see we're blowing up the other one. Oh no, he's just out of range. I'm coming for you. Now the neat thing about heavy plasma torpedoes is they do reacquire targets.
I was really growing rather bored before you showed up.
Usually. Actually, that one's just hanging there. I'm very disappointed. Cruisers this time. This will be a little rougher. We'll just have to fire off another plasma. Shields popped up. was hoping that I'd be able to take out that cruiser before I went on the side of them, but no such luck. I was also hoping that boarding crew would do the damage to the subsystems. And let's see, we've got an escort class ship here, which means this guy is capable of dealing out the damage. That must be Lito's ship because, you know, he's just sitting there watching. Whoa, wasn't paying attention. I was paying so close attention to the stats of the escort that I wasn't watching the fact they were blowing holes in my hull.
I apologize for the state of my troops. They've grown rather complacent. I shall have to provide a demonstration.
ISS Fortuna, huh? I hope you're not looking for any promotions or improved positions, because I am looking to really wreck your career. I have no idea what that fleet support platform is doing. But see, it follows Fortuna. Every time I deploy a satellite thing, it just stays put. I'm jealous. Oops. Looks like someone don't have their support anymore. There is something around here that's close enough to believe that. Or maybe they're just tiny. Could be fighters. I think that was too far away.
Project 14 not to underestimate you. I won't make the same mistake next time we meet.
Ah, yes. He who fights then runs away lives to fight another day. Isn't that how the saying goes? Alright, we're clear. Let's go to Bajor. Oh, it looks like we're not even going to have the warp animations here. We're going to just jump right to it. We are in Bajor in the Mirror Universe. Thank you, Tovin. Your ability to point out the obvious once again astounds me. It was reconquered by the Terran Empire and occupied by them again. Yeah, I think we figured that part out already. Yeah, remember what I was saying about a relatively family-friendly screen? I think that the environment here is just throwing that into the water. I mean, take a look around. Reminds me a lot of the nightclub in the over at Nimbus. Oops, trouble. Let's see if I can cause some of them to go away the hard way. True Way soldiers. Do they have followed us? Yeah, they were Gold Card X people waiting, which is more than logical sounding to me. Let's see, what's this here? Oh, interesting thing. Oh, gee, let's chat with you.
What do you want? I'm very busy.
What do you do here?
I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking to you. You don't look like Terran Empire. This is my first week on the job. I was expecting to get months more training, but Commander Kuba says he needs every Terran Empire member on the streets, especially the Bajoran ones. He thinks it will pacify them to see Bajorans on their force. I thought this was going to be a great job. I get to help my friends and neighbors and serve the community. But now all my Bajoran friends see me as a traitor, and the Terrans see me as a spy.
That's rough. Really, that's just too bad. Clearly she's a noob, because otherwise she would have been shooting at me early.
Gul Kardec was right. You are formidable, but pitifully predictable.
Terran forces, attack the invaders! I want them alive.
Oh, come on, Lita. It was not a hard stretch to realize where I was coming. You guys had that orb. It wasn't rocket science. But hey, you do you.
Guards! Guards!
That's right, go running. You run, girl. And meanwhile, all the other Terran Empire people here just kind of leave us alone because, man, talk about holograms. I noticed how Lita is kind of hiding behind the force field there.
We will meet again. Soon.
Yeah. You couldn't beat me in space and you couldn't beat me on the ground. I'm not particularly worried about you. Ooh, loot. Let's grab it. Since we're thinking of loot, no anomalies. No harvestable materials here. Okay, well it's nice that Bajor's finest holospace. Yeah, that's... I'm just amazed there's even a temple here, honestly.
You have interfered with my plans for the
Kardec.
last time.
Ha! I'd forgotten all about you. I guess we should, oh my god, that's the first time I think I've seen the, double turrets go down. Drone, support drone, and let's rock and roll. Somebody's gonna get flanking on him. Yeah, you go down, man. You go down.
Stop fighting.
Wait a second. What just happened there? Oh, that's so not good.
This is not your affair.
Folks, meet the big bads of DS9. Changelings from the Dominion. Gul Kardec is a changeling. And that means there's a mirror dominion here, and that means we are in a world of not good here. Oh, twice in a row. Unbelievable. Ah! Right through my head. Oh, a medical generator. How handy. And now he's turned into a changeling form. Because why should the fun stop? Oops. Okay, fine. You want me here so bad? I will accommodate you. Actually, let's get crazy. Try to zap me now. Alright. Kardec, you are going down. And now you're a puddle. And now you're a puddle in the coffee mug. Think I'm joking? Here you are.
What do you want with me?
Let's find out a little more about the place.
The buildings surrounding this plaza were the first buildings constructed in our city. Here, our ancestors raised their families and gave thanks to the prophets for their many blessings. Once, people came here to talk to their neighbors, and we gathered here each year for the Gratitude Festival. But now it is only a place of dark memories. When the Terran Empire conquered Bajor the first time, they posted the new laws here. When the food rationing started, we came here to collect the scraps they gave us. When they took our sons and daughters to the mining camps, the trucks stopped here to collect them. And when the Terran Empire conquered us again, they hung the bodies of those who opposed them here to remind us to keep in our places. I come here to reflect on the fallen and the price of freedom.
It's interesting that the Bajorans, with some notable exceptions, seem to have been pretty okay people here in the Mirror Universe. Now, that said, there were plenty of Bajorans who were less pleasant. Lita is just one example. The Intendant Kira Nerys back in the DS9 episodes would also be an example of the not good kind.
Better. But a changeling? Here, we only have stories. In any event, what was the purpose for your visit?
You know, as I think about it, I suspect that the real requirement to be evil in the Mirror Universe was for you to be a major character on one of the various series.
The Orb of Possibilities? But that was lost decades ago.
I do like the fact
during
that
the
it's
first
raining
occupation
here.
of Bajor.
You don't see too much effects on the ground,
However
but I
did
like
you
the
come by
atmosphere.
it? Never mind. The prophets teach us not to look at their workings too closely. Don't just stand there. Place it on the altar.
This has an intriguing feeling of deja vu to it.
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom? Vedic Grin is in the temple office.
Yeah, what we have here is a copy-paste with no modification here. Now, I'm less thrilled by the special effects of it raining inside the temple, with a roof over our head. Oh, I was supposed to investigate a pad first. Let's see, if I were a pad, there we are.
From Gul Kardec to Gul Palat, I have run into some complications. Namely, some agents have interfered with my plans. They have stolen the Orb of Possibilities. I assume they have returned it to the Bajorans by now. Fortunately, the anomaly remains stable. I was able to retreat to the Mirror Universe, where I have taken shelter with my Terran allies. However, I believe they are waiting for my return. Therefore, I need you to meet with Dumad Zukan at the facility in the Devos system in my stead. Coordinates are attached.
Dumad Zukan is very definitely a Jem'Hadar kind of name, isn't it? It does kind of bring up the interesting question, though. Why do they have the wrong Orb of Possibilities in the wrong universe? What did they gain? I got nothing. Okay. That's the hard stuff. Let's take care of this orb. Again. Ha! Even mentioned here, I returned the Orb of Possibilities. Again.
We are most grateful. We had thought the orb lost forever. You have restored the balance.
Your enemies lie in wait.
Shocker.
They want to prevent your return.
They can try.
But we shall restore the balance as you did.
You have returned our orb.
Hey,
now
Hassan.
You must return.
Islamic. Interesting how it picks all these individuals. The thing is, though, I haven't actually encountered all of them yet. Some of them I will never encounter. Okay, we're back. Mirror Prophets are apparently some impressive entities. I'm almost afraid to talk to this particular priest again, see if she suddenly evinces Mirror Universe tidings, just in case she swaps places. But no, it's just a poor copy and paste.
Greetings. I did not see you enter the temple.
Tell me that. I got sent back by the opposite prophets.
Indeed. I know little of the Mirror Prophets, but if they are like ours, then this is a great honor. Rarely do the Prophets interfere so directly. I take it your mission was a success?
Yep.
Then you have the gratitude of 2 Bajors. May the Prophets continue to smile upon you.
Of course, this begs one more interesting question. If we had the wrong orb of possibilities, where is this universe's orb of possibilities? Another mystery for
Gul
another
Kardec
time.
was a changeling. This does not bode well. An alliance between the True Way and the Alpha Dominion could prove disastrous for the Alpha and Beta Quadrants. However, the orb has been returned to the Mirror Universe, and you have returned to ours. Nevertheless, we must stop this alliance before they can do any further damage. We shall analyze the pad you retrieved to see if we find this Ketracel White factory.
Okay, there's our standard rewards. Now it's a question of what I want to take. I'm kind of inclined for this shield. 275 max capacity. What's my current max capacity shield? 219. Yeah, this is a significant upgrade, and the shield is the first line of defense.
How can I congratulations, Admiral?
Oh, you'll be able to help me more in a moment. First, we're going to do a little bit of inventory movement here. My shield is better. I'm going to take it after I put it in the right slot, of course. No has the really inferior shield, so we're going to upgrade her to the other level 10 shield I've got. Level 8 to an improved level 8. And that looks like that's about as good as it gets here. So those two are basically future garbage. You'll note that I do have this defeated changeling. There is something that can be done about this, though. If I go to security officer at a location, like say, I don't know, D Space 9, I can do a duty officer assignment and use that to get rewards. So I will try to remember that this is a thing. Weapon systems. Well, we've got a level 10 blue pistol. I believe I got that from my duty officer assignments. So I'm going to swap out this rifle for that. As far as support weapons go, we'll give you the plasma. And I'm pretty sure that's a high quality. And I don't believe... Oh wait, Tobin's using a level 6. Let's give that man an upgrade. I know it's not an exploit weapon, it's an exposed weapon. But it's something. And we'll put that over there for future sales. And I don't think there is anyone else who can really benefit from weaponry. For the ship, we have a new deflector, a superior deflector, and that will be, actually I'm pretty sure that's a get nothing for it because it was basic, so yep. And we have, well, this is a lousy console, honestly. Power transfer used to be a big deal, but not so much anymore. So that's going to be, oh, but this one here though, that's a different story. This one's plus 6.5 on shields. So I'm going to swap out this neutronium for that. Alright. And everything else here is going to be something I'll sell off at some point. Not horribly distant future. I do seem to have leveled twice. That's why that happened. I think there might be a double XP going on today. That would explain why I got 2 levels here when I should only expect to get 1 level from these things. Yeah, I think there's double XP going on this week. keep that in mind if you are working your Star Trek Online characters. Okay, we are going to go with the aforementioned time skills. This unlocks, okay, shield capacity, or, and I like this one, Starship Stealth. Increasing stealth for my, oh yeah. We are going to go really undetectable here. That'll become really important if I get one of the really large Romulan ships that have penalties on cloaking. That'll help, I think, cancel it out. Alright. Okay, Commander. Tell me about this factory.
The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec revealed the location of a secret facility in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
Okay, standard XP, expertise, and dilithium. And, well, we can either go with better weaponry, but I'm kind of looking more at the rare Mark 10 kit reward.
How can I help you?
It is obviously time to bail out of here. And then from here into sector space, and then to the Devos system. I'm going to have to really think about that next ship. I should be able to utilize, well, technically speaking, I can utilize a whole bunch of ships with tier 6 in them now, but at level 50 is when they become pretty much available with all their special abilities unlocked. And since we are flying, let's take advantage of messing around with the possible duty officer assignments. Also explains why the duty officer assignments did so well. Double XP would have affected those too. There are certainly a lot of duty officer assignments going on here. I could learn to like the Alpha Quadrant. Unfortunately, I've used up all the possible. So I can chain here. Some duty officer stuff have a chain of events. Oh, thank heavens for a minute I thought I was going to just go zip right past the place. I mean, I technically still have. I'm going to have to back up. Let's check out personal assignments. Bridge officers. Always a welcome possibility. Oh, there's another one, but that requires rare stuff that I don't have. Alright. Devos 2, an inhabited planet under the control of the Sona until the Dominion War. At the time, a factory was built. Grammar pass, people. Built on the planet to produce Ketracel White. After the war, Devos 2 became virtually unpopular. The Alpha Quadrant Jemadar established a base of operations near the former Ketracel White facility. So why don't we drop in and say hello? We are in the Devos system. Thank you, Tobin. Thank you again for pointing out the clearly. Why do I have you on this bridge? I mean, if you were a Starfleet officer, I could insult you with impunity, but ah well. And there's Cardassian and Dominion energy signature, so we probably have problems. I don't need to see the pad again. I'm pretty sure I understand the problem here. Good way, working with the Dominion. Cannot be good. I'm willing to agree with that. One down. 2 to go. And he's not going to last long. Of course, I should be cautious because, once again, every time I say that a fight is too easy, suddenly the big boys come out to play. Tempting fate like that is not a wise idea. Just blow them up quick and efficiently and make the bad guys go by. These are Alpha Demodar. Demodar bred in the Alpha Quadrant. Well, it's nice to see that some people on my ship are giving me some interesting information. Red is the Alpha Quadrant. Only one ship defending this part of the space. Not horribly impressive. I'm not sure why I hit that button. I don't need it to help maintain my singularity power. Speaking of singularities, now, I may complain about how this ship turns, but it's still better than the double Ds. And I was really hoping that plasma would take him out. Oh wait, what's that? There must be someone commanding them. I could believe that. Hey, let's have our priorities here. There's a scannable here. I can't pass that up. Oh, and there was dilithium in there too. I think that's part of the whole Star Trek Day thing going on too. I don't know that as a fact, but you usually don't find dilithium in harvestables. Like, virtually never. So it seems logical to assume. Okay, that guy's definitely doing horrible things to my shielding. And he just went on the other side of the big rock. The benefit of slow-moving starships is that you get a lot of use out of those rear torpedo tubes. In fact, I think the right word there, failing. Now, I'm more or less ignoring the photonic Daylors outside of, what's happening from fire at will ability. Because those are basically fake. If I wipe out the Keldon, I effectively get rid of those Gaylors. Therefore, it behooves me okay, that did not work. Heavy plasmas are not working here. Let's see if popping a singularity next to between a rock and a singularity. What a horrible place to be. Forget rocks in hard places. We're going for even nastier possibilities. Could there be a change here? I do not want to think about that possibility. Let's run a scan. Numerous life signs, mostly Demodar. Appears to be some kind of manufacturing facility. Based on the presence of a large amount of iridium bicantazine I am detecting, along with the Demodar life signs, this is a Tetracell White factory. Now, for those who are not aware, what is Tetracell White? It's an addictive narcotic containing nutrients and an enzyme lacked by the Demodar. The Dominion uses it to keep control of Jem'Hadar. Let's find a place to beam down. Oh look, there's a cave just above the facility. Let's do it. Yes, we're doing... Come here, Tobin. I want to smack you. Okay, we're in a cave. No kidding. That was kind of the point. Scans confirm that this is indeed a factory. Good. If we destroy it, it would be a blow to these Alpha Jem'Hadar and their Crewway allies. Good. Cardassian Dominion life signs. Works for me. Okay, now this is going to be kind of cool. Need to rappel down. Gonna try to rappel down. There we go. Isn't that pretty cool? Of course, you notice that they didn't give my bridge officers any way of rappelling down. They just appeared. I like to think that they jumped. Jem'Hadar guards? Where? Oh, there. Well, let's say hello. Yes, I realize that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever to be able to toss off an orbital strike underground. And yet, that is exactly what has happened. Sometimes you really have to wonder about the design of the game. Hi, more Jem'Hadar. Let's get some mortars, some support drones, maybe a seeker drone. I'm not going to bother with turrets at the moment because we're moving around too much. Aside from that mortar, which is probably too much. Ooh. I'm guessing this is one of the places where I get to put a bomb. Let's see some of the new toys. Area secure. I'm not sure why Lau is bothering to tell me this because I'm on the ground. I should be hearing this from my ground tactical people. Multiple Jem'Hadar and one Vorta. Vorta tend to be the ones holding the leashes of the Jem'Hadar, so this could be a valuable bit of info. Interesting hallway. Oh, of course, all of those are containers for Ketracel White. This is very definitely a factory. Okay, we're gonna swap back to the rifle. Don't I hate when that happens? Oh yeah, I picked up Ketracel White. That will come in handy. Not. Can't pass up the drops. That might be something I can use. Or not. And there is the Vorta. Well, let's have a chat with you. By the way, I have an itchy trigger finger.
Greetings. I am very glad to meet you. I am Naaman, a Vorta scientist, and servant of the Founders and the Dominion, of course.
Of course. Is there a world, a reality, anything at all where Vorta aren't so smug?
Oh my, yes. I have a proposition to which I hope you shall be amenable. I serve a founder named Loss. He is one of 100 founders sent here to the Alpha Quadrant. His actions have placed me in a bit of a moral conundrum that I hope you can help me unravel.
Fun fact, Loss is not an original STO character. Loss actually was introduced in Deep Space Nine series. Oh, by the way, more to the moral conundrums? Really? You guys?
Loss was the first of these Alpha Quadrant founders to
Yeah, he's
emerge.
moving off.
He located and gathered the others into a new Great Link. However, he has not seen fit to tell these founders that the war with the Dominion is over, and that the Great Link is alive and well in the Gamma Quadrant. Instead, he has convinced them that you solids exterminated the Great Link, and are attempting to exterminate these founders as well.
Okay, I'm beginning to understand his conundrum, but just for technical details, why are you still serving
Several
him?
reasons. First, even if I do not agree with him, he is a god. Second, he is my only link to the other founders here. Finally, his Jem'Hadar are fanatically loyal and watch me constantly. Although you seem to have mitigated that issue.
And the opposite side of the equation, if you're serving him, why are you stabbing him in the back?
Betrayal is such an ugly word. I prefer to think of our arrangement as a creative solution to a difficult problem. But semantics aside, I do not feel so much that I am betraying Loss as liberating the other 98 founders and serving the Dominion and the founders. I do not believe they would want these Alpha Quadrant founders to be ignorant of the truth. I also fear that if Loss continues his plans, it could result in the death of founders. The morphogenic virus still lives in the memory of the Dominion.
Yeah, that was Section 31's attempt to end the Dominion War the hard way, wiping out the founders en masse.
My job is to supervise the Ketracel White production. While the Jem'Hadar are mighty warriors, they are not the greatest scientists, nor do we wish them to have the secret of Ketracel White production.
Of course, the future is going to be very interesting for Naaman then, given the events of the Victory is Life expansion. Okay, tell me about your deal.
Loss keeps me away from the new link. They have been raised on his deceits, and so will be utterly convinced that you are attempting to exterminate them. I believe we can help each other. You can free me and take me to the new link, where I can explain to the founders the truth, that the Dominion still exists, and that you are not hunting them to extinction.
What's the catch? Yeah, that seems a little too high-minded.
Oh, I do not like the word catch. It sounds so mercenary. But yes, my price is Loss's life. After I reveal the truth to the new link, you must allow them to mete out their justice. I cannot jeopardize the life of a founder under any circumstances.
Fine, fine, fine. Area ahead has a command center, so let's go.
I'll be glad to get out of here. These Alpha Jem'Hadar don't understand the proper respect owed to a Vorta.
Oh god, yes. Could you please stop talking? I want to hit you with a disruptor. I'm just curious, what happens if I go this way? Okay, well, that was abrupt. Note to self, don't go that way. And there's trouble.
Intruders! I'll put up a force field. You dump the data.
Why is nobody ever happy to see me?
We've got to stop the first before he deletes all the data.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. I think we're in a good position now where I'm going to want to start putting things down like turrets, other weapons of nasty destruction. Of course, now that everyone's dead. kit module. Mines. Lower force field. Don't mind if I do. Alright guys, guess what time it is? You guys aren't so tough.
Excellent. I shall retrieve the coordinates.
Yeah, you do that. Sometime this year, stop cowering and cringing. Jeez, did they biogenetically engineered you? Did they forget to put in a spine? Oops. Ow. Oh, there goes my shield generator. I guess I'll just have to make another one. Fabrication abilities are so fun. You can basically make your own little army. There's an awful lot of these guys there. I love telekinesis. There's a lot of drops in this fight. I'm not used to seeing so many. Of course, I'm probably not used to having this many opponents to deal with as well. My personal shield and your general health. Well, I was hoping for something a little more impressive than Catcher Cell White in that font. Now there's an important detail that I plan to point out once the fight is over here about that Catcher Cell White. See this Catcher Cell White? Want to notice something here? It was consumed by a non-Gemidar. It cuts their damage down, it cuts their hit points down, and it cuts down their movement rate. In other words, unless you're a Gemidar, there is no point in keeping this stuff. And it's got a value of 0, so throwing it, you can't even sell it. Now, I'm going to admit that if I wanted to, I could have Gemidar right now. If I were to go to the C-store and go into the personnel and pick up my, I had picked up the pack somewhere along the line for the Victory's Life expansion, and it included 3 Gemidar Vanguard Bridge Officers. Every character on the account. So, you know, I could have them right now if I wanted. Of course, I could also have an awful lot of other things too, but I choose not to.
I have the data. It will take some time to decrypt, but I recommend we depart as quickly as possible.
That sounds good. First things first, though. Because we like lots of explosives. Yes, beam us out of here. Oh, and name them too, I guess. Oh, we're not quite done. Detonate the charges. What part of detonate the charges did you miss? You know, our bombs are impressive.
You are so quick to blow things up. Such a waste. That factory might have come in handy someday.
Yeah, I'm kind of sorry that we didn't need in the factory. Crying out loud, you guys. Okay, let's, that's not a good sign. Defeat light ships. Why would they be so specific about that if there weren't heavier ships on deck? Things to look forward to. One down. Ooh, a tech upgrade. Engineering tech. I can use that. I'm pretty sure I can use that on. I can do it on a singularity core, but I think I'm more likely to use it on those those efficient engines that I've been holding on to all this time, planning for a bright future. And gee, what do I see over there? 14 kilometers away.
You really seem to have angered the Jem'Hadar. Of course, they always seem a bit angry, don't you think?
I'm broken-hearted. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why I need to fight these guys. I mean, escape would be the priority here. But hey, why not? Let's just go feeding on the bad guys. I think we do. A little closer, a little closer. Singularity. Oh well, I guess it couldn't last. One down. I'm betting there's probably one more attack to do after this. The symmetry makes sense. Man, those plasma torpedoes are doing nothing. I'm having to seriously consider upgrading. Of course, as I said, I am using a high yield 1 as opposed to, high yield 3, which would undoubtedly do a lot more damage. But I can't get high yield 3s on this vessel, so I'm gonna have to keep it. Oh, how about that? I was completely wrong. Oh, what I want to talk. Fine.
I have completed the decryption of the data we recovered. The new link appears to lie in the Orias system. I have transferred the coordinates to your helm. I want to thank you for your service to the Dominion. I also want to remind you of our agreement, namely that Loss, or any other founder for that matter, is not to be killed by you.
I'm glad he doesn't have access to my inventory, for, reasons. Don't make me sorry I brought you along, Nimin. Let's talk to the commander.
Congratulations on destroying the facility. That should cripple the Alpha Jem'Hadar for the time being. But we need to make contact with this new link. Hopefully Naaman can convince them of the truth before it's too late. Keep a close eye on him. We may have a treaty with the Dominion, but that doesn't mean I trust them. Abortus' first loyalty will always be to the Founders.
His second loyalty will always be to himself. Okay, standard rewards and
How can I help?
kit.
Congratulations, Admiral.
So, once again, level. And amazingly, only one level this time. I am surprised. Oh, what to do, what to do. I can negate a critical hit, but I don't really think that really gets me anything, and I'm not in love with those either. So let's step back a bit, take a look at some of the things we've passed on our way. I can go with more auxiliary power. That's a kind of maybe. Hull penetration, shield penetration. Given the trouble I've been having with shield penetration lately, yeah. And I might do the hull penetration for the last skill point. As for me, personally speaking, I don't see this kit being superior to the one I'm using now. Equipment diagnostics, I'm not in love with it either. And how the heck did I get this lockbox? Get out of here. I'd be more inclined to take the mines. I hate to give up the quantum mortar, but you know, must continue to improve. Speaking of improvement, I've got a couple of these upgrades. Why don't we apply them? It'll cost me some dilithium, but at this point, I have more than enough dilithium to be willing to push the upgrades. Upgrade. Claim. Then we'll do it again. Sadly, I no longer have anything to upgrade it with, but right now it's a Mark 8. A Mark 8, and it still has bonuses to its shield and auxiliary power, although the weapon power seems to have gone to pot. But ultimately, that is my goal, to get this efficient engine popped up to the lofty levels that I am operating in. I got a ways to go though, because those days will be like Mark 12s, 13s, 14s. This is only Mark 8. Long way to go. With that said, I may be able to R&D upgrade them, because one of the abilities I have, if you go into the R&D stuff, one of the abilities I have is to build tech upgrades. Right now I can do improved and basic tech upgrades, and as I rank up, I believe I will get better ones. Of course, the better ones mean I need better materials and so on and so forth. I got a couple. Ooh. Well, looks like I've just lost a pair of holographic officers there from a disaster. I won't be seeing them again. And a standard failure for that. Okay. Let's find out about the new link.
Naaman has decrypted the coordinates for the new link. They designate a location in the Alpha Quadrant, in the Orias system. This changeling, named Los, has deceived the other changelings in his link into thinking we are exterminating them, and that we massacred the Gamma Quadrant changelings as well. You must have Naaman help you convince them of the truth.
Standard rewards, XP, expertise, and dilithium. And an interesting set of weaponry. Blue quality Tetrion beam weapons, resonating Tetrion beam weapons. Or Chronoton mine launchers or torpedo launchers at purple quality. Decisions. I think the torpedo has a inside track, but I'm not in love with it yet. However, I am right next door to the Orias system, so we'll take the hop, skip, and jump. It has 6 planets. Of these worlds, one is M-class. Orias 3 is uninhabited. It was used by the Obsidian Order for decades for training exercise and as a detention site. Typical. In 2371, the Order used the system as the location of a fleet intended to enter the Gamma Quadrant and attack the Founder's homeworld. The attack failed. Boy, they aren't kidding, it failed hard. And the Obsidian Order ships were destroyed by a Jemadar counterattack. One of the things that they don't mention here is that it wasn't just the Obsidian Order. The Tal Shiar had a pretty good fleet going in here too. How's that? Obviously, they've recovered in the last 37 years. We've arrived, and there's the M-class planet, and there are Jemadar ships. Ooh, is that a shiny? That looks like a shiny.
The Jemadar will not likely be interested in negotiation. I'm afraid you'll have to fight your way through.
From a technical standpoint, I really don't. I mean, here I am under cloak. Just went around them. They're completely ignorant. I mean, seriously, these missions, they seem to fail to realize that we can seriously leverage certain abilities we have. And the Romulan cloaking device, along with the one that the Klingons use, those lesser versions. It's just sad. Okay, we'll cloak again. And head back that way because apparently we still have to beat up those Jemadar. Even though they are completely innocent. Well, innocent may not be the word I want to use. That might be a strong word. But certainly unsuspecting would be an appropriate phrase. Hello, boys! Oh, look at all that going around. Let's pull out a bit, as far as our camera goes, so we can truly appreciate the carnage. Now see, that was more shield penetration. I am proud. Awesome, a warp core. That'll come in handy.
The nice thing about Jemadar is that you can always breed more.
Mainly because I would like to jettison it to use it to the bomb, because it does me absolutely no good as an engine. Okay, the battleship is clearly a little tougher than the folks. And he didn't exactly look unintimidating to start with. Time to leverage that cloaking device again. Oh, he's shooting at those boarding shuttles I sent. Let's see how he deals with the Singularity. I'm pretty sure the Singularity Core also does all sorts of weird and wondrous things to its powers levels. Yeah, plasma torpedoes are actually doing something. I'm glad I took that penetration skill. Well, the good news is, despite this being a pretty good fight, he just couldn't keep up with my ability to keep myself intact.
I will be the first Forta to meet the new Link.
Are you sure? Maybe there's another one down there. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Destroy turrets. Guess I have to wipe that station out. Those are an awful lot of turrets. Those are an awful lot of turrets. Oh, there's Demodar attack ships too, because, you know, it couldn't possibly be fun enough on its own. And I was hoping that AoE attack would take out those turrets. Yeah, that was actually really nice. Oh, not good. Time for Miracle Worker. That's it for the turrets. That's it for the Demodar. Oh, I still gotta take out the platform. Hopefully it'll be nice and simple. It doesn't have an attack, it kind of, yeah, there we are. Yes, I am indeed ready to beam down. We've arrived on Arias. Why do my people keep telling me something that is obvious? Now, the Demodar life sign thing, that's useful information. But yes, I know I'm an Arias. That was the whole point of coming here.
You have to admire the devotion of the Jem'Hadar. They never seem to tire of throwing their lives away for the Founders.
Doesn't that just give you this desire to shoot the guy?
There it is. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. To think my gods slumber below, dreaming in their link.
Looks a little lumpy. Maybe they're not really practiced at the whole liquid thing. Oh, and look who's coming. Let's see if I can give them the introduction to orbital strikes. Oh, I guess I had to stay still for it. Tactical kit. Well, that would come in handy. No, not really. It's sellable. It's not even a green quality one, so it's not even worth putting on the auction block. I love telekinesis. I never get tired of that. Search Ketracel white container. Oh, right up there. Okay, we'll take a look. Oh, great, that didn't work. Ow. Those cloaked mines of theirs are rough. My Chronoton mines are nothing compared to those things. Although I guess I don't really know that as a fact, do I? Trace elements confirm it was manufactured in Devos.
It's almost sacrilegious to have you here. I hope the Founders will understand the necessity and forgive me.
Whack! Idiot. Now, it may just be a coincidence from the approach of attacking Jem'Hadar, But I did appreciate him cringing when I did that. Okay, things are getting a little ugly. Well, that ends well. Let's bring out a support drone. I need some backup. And there's another batch. Let's see if I can nuke them from orbit. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for, screwing up a perfectly good... Next time, I'm just going to throw you guys on passive. I mean, I am bitterly disappointed. I could have gotten them all. Retrieve pad. I don't see a pad. Where is the pad? What pad are they talking about? Oh, there it is, all the way up there again. I must have missed it the first time. Tiny, tiny, hidden behind. Whoever finds this pad, know that what you are reading is an act of disobedience, and if you are reading this, I am most likely dead. We are programmed to believe that the founders are gods and infallible, but lately I have begun to question Lost's orders. Some of his explanations no longer make sense. For example, we have been monitoring the transmissions from local systems, and none of them have any mention of this crusade against the founders. One of my brothers says he went to a facility where Tetracell White is manufactured. He said there was a Vorta there, but this Vorta is kept almost a prisoner and does not command the Jemadar there. Still, obedience brings victory, and victory is life. Who are we to question the motives of a god? And when a god lies, is it still a lie? Ooh, boy. Those nice, ponderous, philosophical questions.
The other Vorta are going to be so envious when they hear about this.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, it's definitely me causing that. So worth it. The guy just makes it really easy to hate him. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put my people on passive so that when I drop the bomb on them, they're taken by surprise. There, now you guys can attack normally. Sheesh. I know you're here. I saw you run past. Oh, he's tough too. He can take my telekinesis strike. There we go. And what does he do? He drops a small power cell. I tell you, sometimes it's not even worth it. And there it is. The new link. Of course, it occurs to me that if we're trying to, not alarm these people, maybe we should holster the weapons. Just saying. Do your thing. There's 1, 2, 3. There's quite a bit of them, aren't there? Please let diplomacy work. Because this is going to really suck if we have to fight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's loss. Well, this is going to get entertaining quickly, isn't it?
Have you come to finish the job of exterminating us, Solid?
Bad news. We care less about hurting you. Loss has been lying through his teeth.
Impossible. We have linked with Lost. He is in the link as we speak. We know all that he knows.
Really? Does that include lies?
It is true that he awoke before us. Let us summon him to answer these charges.
Sure. We have prosecutorial witnesses as well if you want to hold a trial.
It's true, Great One. These people are not hunting you.
Ew,
The Great
looks like a couple of my people have merged together.
The Dominion has a treaty with the Alpha
Maybe they're
Quadrant species.
This creature lies. You have joined with me. You know all that I know.
Then you should have no qualms about linking.
No, these solids have poisoned your minds. I will not be forced to link by them.
Well, we seem to have a little bit of a problem then, don't we? Whoops. Okay, first round. Second. Third. Fourth. Pop a huge amount of mines. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Guys, come back here. It occurs to me that if Lost manages to get defeated and he manages to be in that lake, we are never going to find him. If we're going to defeat him, I want it to be on solid ground where we can actually see the puddle. Like, nice, I hate it when you do that. And my shield generator is toast. Let's bring some reinforcements. Ow. Let's see if I can get the... Okay, looks like I can't exactly do exact here. There we go. Check the shield generator from him. He's back to humanoid form. I don't know if that's good or bad. Walk this way. Yes, hit every single mine in here. Ow. Ow. This is painful. Not so close, you fool. Oh, that's right. We promised not to capture him. I guess it didn't matter. Pesky Starfleet morality. Then again,
although it is unfortunate we had to resort
annoying
to
the changelings
to force Lost
Bad.
into his liquid form, we are grateful for your assistance. We shall now be able to link with him and learn the whole truth of our past. If you are telling the truth, you have nothing more to fear from us. But we request that you leave us in peace. We have no interest in dealing with your kind.
Hey, the feeling is mutual. Ignore the part about me hoping in time about changing your mind. The less we have to deal with the changelings, the better. You stay away from us, we stay away from you, and everybody's happy.
Well, it has been a pleasure knowing you. I will remain here and serve the Founders. They have been without a Vorta and have much to learn about their siblings in the Gamma Quadrant. I know the Founders may seem ungrateful to you, but what can you expect from a god? Still, you have my gratitude for whatever the gratitude of an insignificant servant is worth.
As long as you and yours aren't causing trouble for the Quadrant, I'm happy. It's gold. Safe journeys. Let's get out of here. Zemidar warping in. Well, that's...
Although you have slain our brothers, we have orders to allow you to leave the system. But you are never to return. And let it be known among your peoples that this system belongs to us, and you are not welcome.
Works for me. Let the Starfleet people worry about you. You're far enough away from the Romulan Republic that I don't care. Launch a beacon to warn other ships? That is a great idea. Now I saw the blinky bink. There we are. So let's head in that direction. Oh, looks like it's one of those that make me come to a complete stop before I can launch it. Putt. That's the problem with some of these deploy scan things. You gotta be at a complete stop. Finally. Are we ready to depart? Oh, you bet we are. And that, I believe, is the end of the Cardassian arc. Let's talk to the commander.
Congratulations! You have defeated the True Way and made peace with the Alpha Changelings. I have transmitted messages to the major powers of the galaxy, advising them to avoid the Arias system.
Take the Chronoton torpedo launcher.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Specialization point. To begin a brief tutorial on this system, click anywhere.
2 levels on that one. Being held by the Admiral.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers. You still have challenges ahead of you, but I'm confident that you will be able to do anything you set out to do. Good luck.
Thank you, Admiral. We're not going to get into specialties this time around. We'll do that next time. Because, well, for starters, I haven't even thought about it yet. Ooh, how about that? Get my duty officer pack there. Extra duty officers are always good. We have a space point and a ground point. No, we're not getting involved with that right now. We did so nicely with that shield penetration. We're going to go with the hull penetration next. That unlocks critical chance or critical severity. We're going to go with severity because, well, I like to hit hard. That's the short answer. As far as new toys, level 10 armor and level 11 armor. I'm gonna grab this level 11 armor, even though it's a common variety. It's still, you know, level 10. Or let's see, what else we got? Who else is left? Level 6. Yeah, you can upgrade. We're gonna upgrade you to the 11. Tovin, we'll give you a level 10. Parcel will give a level 10. And I don't believe... Oh, no, I'm not gonna mess with those right now. Shielding. No, nothing's new on shielding. For the ship, we have the torpedo launcher. We're not going to do anything with it yet. Same with that shield. Actually, no, we're not going to do a thing with the shield. We'll end up selling that. Anti-proton damage, that's not really useful. And I did see that we have a plasma projectile weapon damage thing. All of that is going to be kind of academic right now. Ooh, right, I've got the ground skill. We'll do all that with the space skills, and I didn't do my ground skill. we're going to finish up the kit efficiencies. And for this, we are going to go with defensive mastery. Survival counts. Now, at this stage, we can grab some new possibilities for our ships. What we're going to do is we're going to head back to Deep Space Nine. Among other things, I would like to take care of the captured changeling now before I forget about it. And if I wait until next week to do it, I will forget about it. Oh, another important thing that unlocks this handy ability, Quantum Slipstream Drive, something that vastly increases your sector space travel. However, it only lasts for about 30 seconds. It has a fairly lengthy recharge time. There are ways to shrink it down. I'm not going to get into that now. Deep Space Nine. Spin the wheel. Oh, come on, you're 97%. You should be able to give me that extra 3%. Thank you.
Citizens of the Federation and her allies, it is my honor to introduce the official Starfleet Ships of the Line Museum. This undertaking, made possible by the help of so many of you, is to educate the galaxy at large about the history of some of the greatest ships to serve in Starfleet, and allow you to look at full-size replicas of the ships, lovingly recreated and restored. Please, take your time and peruse this look back at our history. I know that I, myself, have already spent several days staring.
Now, in case you're wondering,
at these pieces of
this is basically spam.
And revived
you see, right now, as I recall, they're
to several museums and galleries around the galaxy.
I could have sworn it was
but it will be visible once a year above Earth Space Dock and Deep Space Nine.
Basically, they're advertising their legendary ship bundle. Yeah, there we are. That's the Romulan one. There's one for Starfleet. I really thought it would be around here somewhere. Oh, that's that. I am not sure where it's hiding. Oh geez, I forgot I could claim this. I could have gotten another 3 officers. Let's claim that now. It gives me a couple of Bajoran weapons and a few extra duty officers. And I can use the extra duty officers. I'm not sure where it's hiding. I don't know if it's in the much choice or if it's somewhere else. But basically, it's various versions of the Enterprise, the Defiant, Discovery, if you know that shows you your thing, and I think Voyager's probably around here too somewhere. There it is. But I have absolutely no interest in any of that. The price point for those is like 30,000 Zen. That kind of translates roughly to a lot of money. We're talking Star Citizen levels of money. Just saying. Okay, we're going to go over here to the security office of DS9. Used to be the home base for Odo, but as he is no longer with us, although later on we know better, I'm going to deliver the defeated changeling to security. That'll give me 200 dilithium. And you know what? Since I'm here, I'm going to turn over some of the contraband I've been collecting from some of my duty officer assignments and get a whopping 2,000 dilithium when that completes. Unsurprisingly, I'm pretty sure it's got a fairly lengthy cooldown. Oh, 3 more completions. Let's just get those out of the way. Oh, attaché. That means I should probably be getting a... Yep, right there. Oh wait, let's get those reinforcement things out of the way first. Exocom? Maintenance engineer. I did not think there was a duty officer thing going on here, so you know what? That is a kind of time-sensitive sort of thing. So, without further ado, we are going to be back to the ship. And we are going to take care of those before the night is out. Because that's a big deal. Because those are limited time things to collect. You do have the opportunity to do it again. It happens at various points in the year.
Citizens of the Federation.
Oh, be quiet, Mr. President. We are going to do a transwarp, and we are going to go to New Romulus. I know I could do that to, you know, Earth. But I think they would freak out if I just popped there out of nowhere. I mean, it would be impolite. Now, what I find interesting is I've got access to both reinforcements here. I would think that you should only be getting access to the Romulan one. But, once again, we're having this odd duplication of Starfleet and Romulan stuff. I can't help but wonder if the Klingons are also dealing with that kind of issue. I'm kind of thinking yes, but I can't prove this. Now, I was honestly expecting that attaché thing to give me my part. I'll zoom in so I can. I'm in the right area. Oh, I wonder if it has to be at the. Oh, that makes no sense. Ah, here we are. No, not you. Not you. Here? No, this isn't the one. It's got duty officer kind of stuff here, but. I think I'll take advantage of my presence here and try to recruit some more duty officers. I'm not going to go with the general one recruitment though, because unlike the other ones, this one requires dilithium. Thanks. No thanks. Same thing with this one. Are you who I want? Where the heck is Rojal? Yes, I know I've got rid. No, I haven't spoken with him. You know why? Because I can't figure out where he's hiding. Where is Rojal? Not him. And there aren't very many other people here who are clickable. Let's see what we've got here. And here we've got another copy-paste job here, because they're telling me to speak to Jarl at Starfleet Academy for the exocomp. Is it too much to ask is it too much to ask that if you're going to copy paste this stuff, do a little bit of proofreading? Okay, I cannot stand anymore. Where the heck is Rodal? I'm going to do a quick hop on the internet. Rodal is supposed to be there. But he was never added. Awesome! So in other words, you can't actually get this character. And they say Star Citizen has bugs. I mean, for crying out loud. Fine. What a wasted trip. I mean, if there was going to be one that was not supposed to be available, my guess would have been for the Starfleet one. But clearly, that would make sense. Oh, I'm not bitter. Much. Let's take advantage of the quantum slipstream. That just drives me nuts. That just drives me nuts. That's completely insane. And apparently it was supposed to have been removed, but apparently they put it back in. That is such genius, guys. There are times where you just want to smack the people who developed this game over the head and shoulders. I feel like they really need to do a balanced pass on this game. Or at least a pass to make sure that things are working the way they ought to. Maybe if some of their people actually played the game occasionally. I'm ranting, and I hate doing that. As you can see, I'm still cooling down the quantum slipstream, so there are abilities that will cut down the cooldown. There are traits you can take. There are equipment you can use. But unsurprisingly, I don't have any of them. Starfleet is going to be an odd place for me to be doing my next steps here, but life's pretty weird sometimes. That said, if I can't get this duty officer, I will just go nuts.
Citizens of the Federation.
Oh no, not you again. No, quiet. I almost wish I could go to Kronos instead. We're going to beam down to Starfleet Academy now. Won't we cut an interesting figure down there? But hey, I'm wearing a Starfleet / Romulan Republic outfit. Okay, Alachi Walker thing. Triggered. I might have psychological issues. This is not, however... Ooh, they must be doing that assignment too. Not getting involved with that. There's an assignment that you can run around and get these balls things, and they reward something. I don't recall the details. It's been a long time since I've done it, and we are not going to do that today. Especially since we are past the 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern hour, and that means we are done. Yeah, I just want to grab this Dexicomp because I can't grab the one I'm supposed to be grabbing. I wonder. Can I get from this personal officer and I can do their mission too? Oh yeah, I'm going to really increase my duty officer groupings by getting the Romulan versions and the Starfleet versions. That is wild. And you know what? There's one more thing I can do. Thanks to my knowledge of Starfleet Academy, from having played this game zillions upon zillions upon zillions of times, I know that I can grab a duty officer assignment to recruit them from these guys. And I'm going to grab one of the Andorian ones because, hey, I've always thought the Andorians were pretty cool. And that will be that. I'm going to beam up into Earth space dock area because next time I'm going to look over my available ships to settle on my final Romulan vessel. Or I may get really hog wild and grab my final... It's a transporter accident! Or I might get wild and decide to, I don't know, grab a Starfleet vessel. Could happen. It would be a first for me because I usually do Romulans doing Romulan vessels, Starfleet doing Starfleet vessels, Klingons doing Klingons, and so on and so forth. But maybe this will be the time I try something new. It's possible. We'll see. In any event, we are at the end of today's episode of Star Trek Online. I hope you enjoyed watching. Next week, we will resume Tellel's activities. Maybe we will even be able to... No, I didn't think so. The rational point in time would be that Dominion arc I was talking about would be kicking off at this point. But no, that's not happening. Like I said before, I am very unhappy with some of the decisions they've made concerning this game sometimes. But since we have completed the Cardassian struggle, the next set of episodes involve everybody's favorite horror kind of targets, the Borg. And we will do that next week at 8 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. And if you're interested in Star Citizen, I will be streaming that on Saturday at approximately 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. There is a free flight week going on right now in Star Citizen, so if you have an interest in taking a look at the game and you have a computer with enough muscle to run it, this would be a good time to check it out. Otherwise, if you just want to see what it's like, you can tune in on my channel on Saturday. Okay, technically you can also tune into the 4 or 5 other billion streamers for the Star Citizen game, but, you know, if you've gotten this far with me, why not? In any case, again, thank you for watching. I appreciate your presence, or at least I appreciate your time. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.